It's a tough time, and I'm here to put a smile on your face. Because you've already put a smile on my face. We fooled you into showing up, didn't we? You guys spend a lot of money to come here to hear us tell you about good times. There are bad times out there, but it doesn't mean defeat. A lot of good things are going on right now. You know, I was at all the seminars, and at the seminar yesterday I saw this body language guy. Anybody see that, Leo Brown? If you tilt your head this way, it's something. If you tilt your head, you put your armpit up, it means something. He caught me in the hallway. I had a heart on. He says, "You're horny." I said, "You're good." The guy's amazing. I mean, how he figured that out, I don't know. Either you have it or you don't have it. Las Vegas, the city we sit in today, is a perfect example of hard times, and they're making it happen. They're changing the way you do business. Last year when I was at this show, the hooker that came to our room was $600. This year she was $300. They just find a way to do business, and that's what we have to do. We have to figure out things to make it, fun for people to come in. I'm going to give you some examples. The one good thing that's come out of this bad economy is the talent is better than it's ever been. When I go into any of our locations across the United States, the one thing I do notice is that the talent level is at the highest I've ever seen it. And I've talked to managers all over the country, and they're pretty much saying the same thing. So the bad times and the people that are out of work, I don't know if you read a keynote address that I gave several years ago, and it was during the time that striptease and showgirls came out. And I used that analogy that those two bad movies increased our industry because there were ladies out there that saw the movie on video when they were with their boyfriends in the bedroom saying, "Shit, I can do that kind of stuff and I can make a lot of money." And it worked. So a negative as far as the movies went was a positive for our industry. The bad economy right now is helping us in that respect. We have to take advantage of that. The things that we do today, we probably weren't doing, a year ago. But you have to watch what you do. You can't go overboard, and you can't start running things that you shouldn't be doing. I go into clubs, and they'll say this is the biggest club in this town, and I'll go in there, and there's a reason why they're doing the numbers they're doing. It may not be the right thing, but you folks out there, you can make it happen. You still have to do the right thing. There are different kind of clubs that we're building today, too. I mean, I was on a panel with Michael Peters several years ago, and he said the industry hasn't changed much. It has changed dramatically. VIP rooms, bottle service more prevalent than it's ever been. The type of dances that the entertainers do, the type of entertainment the girls do is altogether different. And more importantly, the clubs are changing. And I'm going to tell you some success stories in our organization. We built a couple clubs just recently, and Michael Murray, an attorney here, he's in this room someplace for Ohio. They passed an ordinance there that's the worst ordinance in the world. You can't do anything. But we continue to build a club anyway, down in the flats in Cleveland, Ohio. And everybody said we were crazy, we shouldn't do this. We built a club, but we changed what it is. It's a bar and it's a strip club. Now, I never thought that could work. I was always against it, and I said you can't combine the two of them. This day and age, you can. And if you're ever in Cleveland, go in and look at that format, look at the way that club is built, and you'll be amazed. Because the club just went right through the roof. It's doing numbers that I never expected to do, and I never thought it would do. I always have a projection when we build a club as to what I think it will do. This thing moved way beyond those expectations. It's a restaurant in the front portion. It's a nightclub in the back. Has its VIP rooms and everything, and you can go to wherever you want to go. You want to come in and shoot pool and have a burger, you can do that. After your friends show up, you go back and be entertained about the talent, and it works that way. So it really works. So I think that what we have to do, and you as owners have to look at different ways to make these clubs work. I mean, Brad Schaefer, we were in that club 3 weeks before it opened, and I said, this can't happen. It's not going to work. It's laid out all wrong. But I'm not the brightest guy in the world. We built another club in Seattle, Washington, right near the ballparks there. And, under duress and bad times and so forth, the numbers there are just phenomenal. So know your area, know what you're doing, and when you build a club, the most important thing that you can do is when you open that door, you better be able to service that customer like he's never been serviced before. You cannot fail. You've got to do it from the get-go. And if you do it from the get-go, you've got a chance of winning. And that's what happened in Seattle. The last project I'm going to talk about is the project that we're doing right here in Las Vegas. The biggest nightclub, or biggest strip club in the world, 70,000 square feet. People look at us and say we're insane. We are. You know, it's a tough nut to go. But we started it under good times, we're finishing it on bad times. But we're going to change the way that club is operated too. I mean, the way that we're going to do that club is different than anything that's ever been done in the industry. It'll be an after-hours club, it'll be a strip joint, it'll be anything that we want it to be at any given time, and we have 70,000 square feet to do it in. The roof on that club is spectacular, and we'll have night disco going on up there, and the other 2 floors are spectacular. We're working on trying to get it open by Thursday, but you know how inspections go. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if it does, we'll get the word to you somehow, and you're all welcome with your badges to go out there and walk through it and take a look at it. I think it's something that you really enjoy looking at. It's like I say, it's the biggest club that we've ever worked at. You have to treat your entertainers right. You have to treat your customers right. The one thing, I'll give you an example. I was in one of our clubs and these 2 young ladies walked in. One was well endowed and the other one had 1 leg. And she said, "We come to work for you." So I looked them both over and I said, "Honey, you would the one that's you're hired." The other one I sent to IHOP.